Welcome to AfriMind. Today we're having a conversation with Ambassador Obongo. He is the Deputy Chief of Mission at the South Sudanese Embassy here in Washington, D.C. And today we're going to have a conversation about several things. Firstly, we're going to talk about the newest country and the youngest country in the world, South Sudan, and look at some of the challenges that South Sudan is facing in terms of coming up with a lasting solution to the crisis and the conflict there. And then we're going to go into some of the positives and talk about some of the amazing initiatives that are coming out of South Sudan. So thank you once again and welcome to the conversation. So oil is something that South Sudan has a lot of, and oil can be a blessing or a curse, as I come from Nigeria, so as we know. And so the question is on oil and corruption and the resource curse in South Sudan. Last year, we had reports that $4 billion was, an estimated $4 billion was missing and unaccounted for. And we've seen murmurings of corruption. And so how is South Sudan, what are the steps that the government is taking to ensure that South Sudan doesn't go down the route of other countries like Nigeria in the past?
This is a very, very important questions, and my beloved president, my government have come up with establishment first, one of the important institutions, that is anti-corruption institution, anti-corruption commission. That anti-corruption commission is headed by one of the respectable lawyers in South Sudan. And that is one step to combat the corruption. Secondly, the president, my beloved president, have come up a feeling to these people who have taken the money, and we have opened an account in Kenya. And then the president has a feel to all these people, please, if somebody have taken money, please try to put this money back.
Oh, wow.
This is a way also to make us transparent,
Yes.
and to make my beloved president that he's serious with the combat of the corruption. So that is one way we are doing.
Have people actually put money into the
Yes, some of them have put money without mentioning the names.
That's fine.
It is, so this is, these are the means of ways of trying to combat or to fight the corruption. But it is not easy. It's very challenging. Yeah. And we hope some of these gentlemen or ladies may change their hearts and then also see that this is their own money. Then if somebody can return that money to the treasury of the government, it will be good for the benefit of the South Sudan.
Agreed. You mentioned transparency. So I want to maybe go a step back and talk about something that is not very transparent. So land grabs, for example, by mostly foreign companies. And you have all these contracts that are signed in private. And the question is, how is South Sudan going to deal with these land grabs, in places like Juba and other places as well? How is the government going to deal with these land grabs and make sure that they're more transparent? I'll give an example. The government of Liberia, after a lot of criticism, went back and started renegotiating some of these contracts and has made them public. So is that something that the South Sudan government might be looking to do in the future, or how is this issue being addressed?
First and foremost, the government of South Sudan have also established an institution. There is a National Land Commission, where the Land Commission is the one handling these policies and issues related to the land. And then the Land Commissions have offices in every state of 10 states of South Sudan. Now, the issue of grabbing of land is not related with the foreigners because it is regulated by laws. But there are some individuals, which is not the policy of the government of South Sudan. Some individuals in Juba or in anywhere in the 10 states will just go and then build a house or will take a big land and then say this land belongs to him. And but there is policies and regulation to follow. For example, if a foreigner wants a land for investment, then there is a procedures to follow, because South Sudan Investment Authority is there with the policies. You just apply, then you will be told what to do. If that person is a South Sudanese national, he wants also a land, whether for residential land or he wanted for investment, there is also policies and regulation to follow. So if you are a foreigner, there are certain steps to be followed. If you want to lease or if you want to buy a land, and if a South Sudanese, there are certain also procedures and policies to you apply. Whether for you want a residential area, you want an investment in. If it is a residential area, there is first class, second class, and then third class. And then if you are successful, then you will be given a land. But the government will not...
And it's publicly recorded and transparent.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you want to use force, then this is something that the government of South Sudan will not accept, to take law in her hands. But in every state you go, and then you will apply accordingly, and then you get a piece of land, whether you are a foreigner or a South Sudanese national.